battle through the second half. They didn't quit. I do appreciate that. But this is going to be a very powerful lesson for our guys on adversity and how we respond. And, simply we can't start the football game like that with the sequence that we had and put ourselves in a really poor situation. So.
Why do you think this team looks so unprepared to start this game?
It starts with me. Obviously, we didn't do good enough. We missed a fourth down opportunity there. Penalty when we got them stopped to kick a field goal. We got a really 100% controlled penalty, dumb penalty on our part. And then they had three big special teams plays in a row. And so, we got to do a better job of putting ourselves in better situations.
What's sort of your message to the team after a loss like this? You talked about adversity, but how do you kind of keep them?
Yeah. I think that's what it's about. It's a test of adversity. It's how you respond. You have to narrow your focus, look at the items that are good, and certainly recognize those. But again, we did not do enough to start the game to put ourselves in a really good position to be competitive there. And so, there's no one's going to feel bad for you. No one's going to come save you or anything. We got to put in a bunch of work, and we got to get better right now, and put ourselves in better position moving forward.
How would you describe this team's discipline right now?
Yeah, we're not clean enough. We're not clean enough. Too many penalties again, and too many of them, they're under our control. There's judgment penalties in every single game, but the ones that we can control, we can't have that. We got to do a better job.
You mentioned those three special teams plays in a row. Like, what did you see that was going wrong against one special team?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think obviously they took advantage of a couple opportunities. They had a really good design on the kick return, the punt block. We got to be better there. The punt return, again, they made a play, and so we got to do a better job there certainly. And that'll be something for us to certainly spend a lot of time this week getting better.
Is it a punt return touchdown just a matter of kind of outkicking the coverage on that, or?
It's a great question. I'll have to look at it more closely, but certainly, you can kick it deep, but we still got an opportunity to get that one down and get ourselves back in position.
In your history, when penalties like that and slow starts like that have become a consistent theme, how can coaching overcome that, or where can you pinpoint that?
Yeah, we got to do I think we got to do a great job of studying this. We got, there's no throw this film away and just move on. This is 100%. We have to evaluate every little item that happened today and get better from it. Again, we did not put ourselves in a good enough position to start the game. It starts with me, and we got to find the solution.
Obviously, nitpicking with the scoreboard the way it was, but how come the decisions to go for the field goal in the first half still and both the times?
Yeah, just taking points at that point. We just got to get some momentum going our way. And so obviously we knew it was an uphill battle from at that point. And, we're going to have to be really perfect to have any chance moving forward. And so, yeah.
So, the one before halftime in particular, when you're on the 5-yard line,
yeah.
Because you felt like a field goal could help you.
Yeah, I felt like we just need to earn some points out of that drive. And we got some points, and we'll see if we can stop them and get ourselves at least in a position where you got to play the game perfect to have a chance. But we just need to get something going.
Along that note, I know we've asked you about Blake Griffey before. Are you concerned about him? I know that was a long field goal.
Yeah, it was a longer one. Obviously, yeah, we got to find a way. We just got to keep getting better, and that's all we can do.
How do you go about establishing sort of the accountability when it comes to repeated issues like penalties and things like that?
Yeah. I think it's something we have to spend a lot of time, acknowledge, talk through, and obviously understand. If someone can't play that way, then obviously we got to find the guys who can. But I have all the confidence in the world. These guys will respond the right way. This is going to be a really, really valuable lesson for us today. It's going to be a really valuable lesson. Our guys are going to learn from this. It doesn't feel good at all. But again, no one's going to come help you. We got to dig in together and find the solutions.
And how do you go about?
Thank you for listening to my daddy's podcast. Please subscribe to our channel.
All I gotta say is, who dat?
Hey, what's going on, Who Dat Nation? It is yours truly, TJ Jones. And yes, I am the host of the State of the Saints podcast. And thank you so much for checking out the State of the Saints podcast, where we talk New Orleans Saints. Final score of the New Orleans Saints Seattle Seahawks game. The Seattle Seahawks put boots to ass, 44-13. The New Orleans Saints fall to 0-3. And man, you got an even tougher task going up against arguably the best team in football next week against the Buffalo Bills. But we'll get into that a little bit later in the week. Look, I said this on the halftime show. I'll say it here today. Once again on this episode, the New Orleans Saints are an embarrassment. I'm going to say that again. They are an absolute embarrassment. The way that they went out there and just got straight mollywopped, beat to sleep, if you will, by the Seattle Seahawks. The game was over before people can sit down with their nachos or popcorn bucket. I mean, this game, they didn't even get off the bus. And you have to wonder to yourself, like, how can a team that understands that you're 0-2, this is your first road game of the season, you get to Seattle on Thursday, you practice at the University of Washington, try to get acclimated to the Pacific Northwest, and you go out there and you wet the bed like that? You got to look at head coach Kellen Moore. You got to look at defensive coordinator Brandon Staley, which I feel like is even more embarrassing because you actually have experience going up against this team from your time being a coach in the NFC West. Like, you should have a better defensive game plan. You should know how Mike McDonald is going to approach this football game because of your experience. But you didn't get that. Special teams of the New Orleans Saints, awful. I mean, every aspect of special teams for the Saints today, for the exception of that nice return by Rashid Shaheed, was poor. And y'all know what the P I'm talking about. It was poor. And I just don't know how you're going to be able to fix this situation. And some people say it's a rebuild. Yes, the New Orleans Saints are indeed going through a rebuild. But damn, that don't mean that you got to be looking like that on the football field. And this is the first time since Kellen Moore has become the head coach of the New Orleans Saints that I think that maybe, just maybe, dude is a bit over his head. Because he looks super passive. Like, why are you out here on a 4th and 2? Your team is getting beat down. I want to say, what was the score? Like 21-3 or something like that? Or 38-3. It was something like that. And you out here kicking field goals. And Blake Groupie, man, get this dude up out of here. Like, how many times do you have to look at this dude miss field goals? It's clear that the dude is suffering from the yips. There's something in his head right now. And why you keep on bringing this dude out here and making things even worse? I just don't get it. And even with the press conference, Catherine Terrell asked him, well, I know you said it's not a big deal with Blake Groupie, but he is struggling right now. What you going to do? Well, we got to find ways to get up out of this. I'm just wondering, like, maybe we tripping. I said this on a Bleacher Report. Maybe we tripping. Maybe the New Orleans Saints have already made up in their mind that they're tanking. Maybe they already made up in their mind they're going to put a team out here with guys that got a bunch of moxie and grit. They're probably not going to win a lot of games, but damn, every Saints fan is going to walk away to say, I'm proud of my team. I'm proud the way they battled. I'm proud the way that they didn't give up and it came down to the final possession. Maybe they're content with that. Maybe they're okay with that. Maybe that's something that we have to come to grips with. That they already have solved this problem and we're around here going through the motions. Because I'm telling you, nobody wants to see this ish every single week. Nobody want to see this team close but no cigars, and when they go up against even stiffer competition, get absolutely destroyed. Nobody wants to see this. If things continue, I mean, I think the Saints have to make some really serious decisions here. Like maybe trading some guys, maybe trying to get some draft capital. Like that's what I feel like they need to be on. Like if we're talking about tanking, if we're talking about looking like slow, let's just go ahead and try to get some ROI on it, some return on investment. Instead of like sitting up here acting as if y'all got a chance to win when you don't. Mickey Loomis is an embarrassment to general managers. He's an embarrassment to general managers and has been for a very long time. Well, Mickey Loomis, he wasn't out there playing. It was the players. Mickey Loomis don't tackle. Mickey Loomis don't throw the football. Mickey Loomis don't run the football. Sound like a bunch of idiots. Don't you understand that the general manager's job is to construct the team, to build the team? That is his job. It is his job to sign the guys, to extend the guys that he feels like are going to be cornerstone players, to draft the guys that he feels like is going to come in and make an impact for the team. And year after year after year, do fumble all over himself. But he can do stuff like that. Why? Because you got idiots that are on social media trying to that suffer from Mickey Loomis Stockholm syndrome and sound like some straight fools trying to justify what everybody and their mama know, that this dude is terrible at his job. I keep telling people, and I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again for all the new people that may have joined this show in the last couple of weeks. Mickey Loomis is the guy who walked into the corner store, said, let me get a quick pick on a Powerball, and won the lottery. That is who Mickey Loomis is. What I mean by that is he got a quarterback in Drew Brees and a coach in Sean Payton. Two guys that had a chip on their shoulder and something to prove. And he has yet to be able to replicate that. And now that those two gentlemen are gone, the emperor has on no clothes. But I tell you what, folks, I don't see any sign of this letting up. I don't see any sign of this letting up. And you know why? I'm about to show you why. I'm going to show you why in just a second. I'm going to show y'all. Let me make sure I go ahead and pull this up. I'm going to show y'all why. I'm going to show y'all why. Two mom and pop. That is the reason why the New Orleans Saints are in this situation. Because everybody family around here. Everybody. Oh man, we love each other, man. We care about each other. We fight for each other. We this, we that, we this and that. At the end of the day, man, look, you got to put together a team that's going to win. You may have a coach that you have to disagree with sometime. You might have a coach that feels like he has all the answers. But guess what? I'd rather have a coach that is a tyrant, that just loves winning, puts attention to detail, and not somebody that's super passive. I'm looking at Kellen Moore, and I'm just wondering to myself, once again, is this the offensive version of Dennis Allen? A guy that is passive-aggressive, not going to rock the boat, even kill, and it's going to make, Mickey Loomis' job easier because now he don't have to debate with anybody and, hey, whatever you say, Mick, anything you want, Mickey, we can do it, Mickey. Yeah, we can do that. You want us to? Oh, no problem, Mick. No problem. We can do that. That's no problem. You want to sign this guy? Oh, no, it don't really match with what we got, but hey, it's okay. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? Like, I really wish that I had some type of like something positive to say, but I'm telling you, man, this team is on a downward spiral, man. It's going to be like that until dude is no longer with the team. But I don't see that happening. I do not see that happening, folks. I do not see that happening. And once again, I'm going to go ahead. I'm trying to pull this up so I can show you all what I'm talking about. This is the reason why. There's a reason why. This is right after they drafted Tyler Shuck. This video that I'm about to show y'all. This is the reason why. This is the reason why right here. Check it out. Oh, look at that. Look, let's just show it again. Building. I'm solidified in a building. Too much of that going on. Too much lovey-dovey. Too much sweater on Christmas for me. Like, get somebody in the building that's going to change some things, man, that's going to put some things in place for this team to be competitive. Because right now, it's just pathetic watching this football team. I promise you, if I didn't have to do Bleacher Report, didn't do State of the Saints, I promise you, I would not be watching this game. I would have been doing something else with my Sunday evening. And as a matter of fact, in about 30 minutes, I'm about to go live on the State of the NFL. I'm not about to sit up here and waste my time talking about a team that fumble all over themselves and about as soft as a baby's ass. Not. I am not. And I don't care who get mad. I don't care who got a problem with it. If you don't believe that yourself, then prove me otherwise. Because over the last couple of weeks, soft. Today, softer. Soft football team, soft philosophy, and passive-aggressive type behavior is the reason why this team has lost 7 straight regular season games dating back since last season. I'm proud of my team. They fought hard. It wasn't our day, but at the end of the day, we got the pieces in place to be a really competitive football team. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hell out of here with that BS, man. People want to win. People want to see competitive football teams, but they also want to feel like they got a chance to win. Saints got the ball driving down the field to try to tie a game or try to take a late lead. I don't feel like they can get it done. And that's a problem. That is a problem. Open up the phone lines, take a few phone calls, man. I'm done talking about this pathetic excuse for a football team for one evening. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic, man. Open up these phone lines, man. See what y'all got to say. I'm tired of talking about this. This is just pathetic. Hey, I'm watching Sunday night football right now. They're showing Torrey Hogan basically untouched, running down the field, about as free as salvation. And these boys sitting up here talking about, oh man, we're really close. Close to what? Picking number 1 overall? Close to firing your coach after one season? What are you close to? Like, what are we talking about here, man? It ain't close to nothing. You about close to having a fan base that go to the Superdome, sell their tickets. That's what you're close to. You close to committed football fans saying, man, I'm going to see you next year. That's what you're close to. Winning? No, sir. If the Saints, if winning is close to the Saints, guess what? The Saints are in New Orleans and winning is in Glendale, Arizona. You ain't close, buddy. Not even close. Let's go to Jordan. Jordan, how you doing, man?
How you doing, TJ?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. What you got for us tonight?
Man, I just want to say I'm sorry you even have to sit up here and talk about this.
Man, embarrassing, Jordan. Embarrassing, bro. But look, I'm here because I know that the Who Dat Nation have something to say, but this was embarrassing, my guy. It was embarrassing.
Man, TJ, I was gloating about the Eagles winning. Man, I look up 1 minute into the game, we down 14-0. I said, hold on, let me get off the phone, man. This is going down right now. When I tell you this was the worst football game I have seen in my life from a professional team.
It's one of them.
It's up there. It's up there. And I'm scared for Kellen Moore because he giving me Dennis Allen vibes. And this is why you don't hire your friends, because he do not hold nobody accountable right now. Brandon Staley needs to go. Before they even get up and go and talking about the future, he needs to go. That defense is not tough. It is not physical. You can't tell me how you don't blitz the quarterback and still give up 30, 40-yard passes. Everybody in coverage. Pete Warner, every time they throw the ball, he in the picture. Every time. Your number one cornerback is getting burnt by every dude they put in front of him.
Man, Torrey Holden is like a third, fourth string receiver on their team. And I'm not saying that Torrey Holden is terrible. He's not. I actually wanted the Saints to draft Torrey Holden. Now, I think the guy is talented, but, man, you're supposed to be the number one corner. And like I said, man, like, bro, Jordan, I'm going to say this and I'm going to let you continue. I'm like, I have nothing but respect for the beat writers and the people that talk about this team. But I gotta say, I will take everything that they say when it comes to training camp, who looking good, who poised to have a good season, with a grain of salt. Because everybody was talking about, man, Kool-Aid McKinnon, man, he might have a all pro bowl type season. Blake Groupie, man, Blake Groupie ain't miss a field goal, man. He might become an all pro. I'm good on that, bro. Like I said, I know they only going by what they see, but I am reserving my judgment till all of the facts come out, because every single year it just seems like what we see or what we hear about in training camp, it does not translate to the field during the regular season. But go ahead, man, if you can finish up.
Yeah, and TJ, I'm all about accountability. Yeah, we got the Bills coming up, but we're not gonna win that game. If Kellen Moore is serious, when he go into that locker room, he say, Groupie, don't come back on the bus. We gonna ship you back to Louisiana. Go pack up your stuff. You're done. Pete Warner, go back to Louisiana.
Man,
Kool-Aid McKinstry, go ahead and go back to Louisiana. We rolling with the rookies next week. Riley come in, he get a forced turnover.
Right away. Like that's what. But here's the thing, man. You look at Pete Warner, crazy as it sounds, he led the team in tackles. We had 13 a day. Yeah, but I agree with you. They weren't even they weren't even trying. Like, it seemed like they weren't even trying out there. And then I think, man, Sam Darnold only threw the ball 18 times. Like, to me, the game was over like before it even started. It's like the special teams, they returned the kick for a touchdown. Then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, they get another short field. It's like, man, all they had to do was like throw the ball like one or two times and they're in the end zone. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
And
it
TJ,
was embarrassing to watch this football team look the way that they did. And then
TJ,
go ahead, man. Go ahead.
The notion that they have that Shaheed is a receiver it blows my mind. You don't put him on kickoff. You don't put him on punt return because you want to save him for the offense. If he's a playmaker, you get him the ball any way possible.
Man.
And they got what's his name? Miller receiving kickoffs. That look horrible. That just looks insane to me. I pray for Spencer Rattler because he's out here fighting for his career, and this who he got to fight with his career with.
Man, look, the way that this team is structured, Spencer Rattler is not going to find success, and it's going to continue to validate the Saints fans that already say that he's not the guy. Out of all the players that were playing, like, seriously, you could be the biggest Spencer Rattler hater on this side of the Mississippi. That guy was probably the only person out there that you can really say, man, this dude out here fighting. He like, they were down, but he still was out there slinging it. All things considered. But when you have a bunch of small, minute, like average wide receivers, yes, that includes Chris Olave, who had a whopping 10 catches, for 57 yards, averaging 5.7 yards a clip. And another thing, Jordan, what the hell was dude smiling at? This man over here, like, your team getting beat to sleep 28-3. He catches a pass for about 5 yards, gets a first down, and he up there smiling. What the hell are you smiling at?
Smiling,
that's what I'm saying,
celebrating.
man. The check already in the bank. I get paid every Tuesday, check in the bank. Why are we sitting up here like concerning ourselves about this? If these dudes like sitting up here not caring, smiling, what the hell are you smiling about? What's funny?
And TJ,
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, bro. And then they
the
sit up here
last
and talk, like, get mad at the fan base and people talking. We don't care about what the fans say. Well, you need to, because obviously y'all don't care enough for yourself to go out here and get it done.
right, and TJ,
like y'all
TJ.
millionaires checking a bank. Some of these people that go to this game and watch this football team and do everything that they can to try to support this football team, those people don't have millions of dollars. They want to see a product that they feel like is worth investing in. Today, I got to truly say, this is not a product that anybody needs to be investing in. You can sit there and watch TV and support them from home, but I damn sure won't be marching in those Superdome watching this abomination called the football team. Jordan, you got anything else, man?
The last thing I say, TJ, we talking about, we tanking and all that. Tanking for who? Ain't nobody coming to stand behind that offensive line and succeed. Tyler Shook not gonna do it. Spencer Rattler not gonna do it. You could have Patrick Mahomes right now. He not sitting behind that line.
Yeah,
Who are we tanking for?
Yeah.
We don't have a team that tank. Teams that tank and they need a quarterback, they saying to themselves, okay, we got all the skill position players, like Minnesota. We got Justin Jefferson or somebody. Who are we tanking for? Because you look at these quarterbacks, Arch Manning might not even enter the draft. Nussmeier from LSU is not a starting quarterback in the NFL. I don't care what nobody say. Who are we taking for?
That's all I want to know. I want to know who they feel like is just gonna come in and change the misfortunes of it. But those are those Saints fans that just love with the possibilities. That's what they do. Oh, they fall in love with narratives. The grandson of Archie Manning coming to the Saints. Oh, how great that would be. Oh, former LSU player playing quarterback for my favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Like, no true logic really sinks in. It's all about storylines and things that are compelling to some of these Saints fans. There's not a person in their right freaking mind at this point, at this stage, at this hour, at this day, that has watched Arch Manning play football over the last 4 weeks, really sitting up here thinking that he's going to be a number 1 overall pick and change the misfortunes of your franchise, other than the fact that he's a Manning and he has Manning on the back of his jersey. There's nothing that I've seen and you've seen that tells you otherwise, unless you're trying to take stock in them, a superior team in Texas beating up on Sam Houston. But, man, miss me with that. But, Jordan, I got a few more phone calls I got to get to, man. But thank you so much for chiming in.
I appreciate it, TJ.
All right, take it easy, man. All right, man, we're going to move on. We're going to go to Jerry. Jerry, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, TJ? How you doing, my brother?
Man, ain't a damn thing going on, Jerry. Nothing. Not a thing. Not a thing, man. But thank you for calling in. What you got for us, man?
Hey, look, TJ, I understand the frustration of the Who Dat Nation. I get it. I did watch the game for myself. I mean, yes, it was definitely an embarrassment. I did see it from start to finish, but I wasn't gonna let this loss ruin my day. I had a good day today, so I'm good.
Man. It didn't ruin my day. It's just the fact that I gotta sit up here and talk about this BS, man. Like, seriously, like I gotta sit up here and talk about this, man. Like, after this sorry, pathetic showing, man. But
yeah,
it was embarrassing. Like, I didn't expect, like, anybody watched the prediction show, Jerry. Everybody kind of knew I didn't pick the Saints to win, but I didn't think they were gonna get shellacked like that. They got shellacked, dude.
No, more than shellacked. They got slapped to sleep.
Man, them boys got belt to ass, bro. I'm sorry. Look, that's the only way I could put it. It was bad, bro. It was bad today. And like I said, it was the first time like I looked at this football team and felt like Kellen Moore was over his head. Like, seriously. Like, like, I'm willing to give this dude the opportunity. I'm like, man, he already he behind the 8 ball. But there are certain things that I feel like you can control, right? Like the penalties. I mean, they had like three consecutive penalties on plays. Holding. I'm like, bruh, those are the type of things that you can control. Those are the type of things that you can actually coach and keep under control. Like it was just bad, bruh. It was just absolutely bad, man.
TJ, I agree exactly what you're saying, because when I was at that preseason finale, you said the same thing I was gonna say. These penalties are gonna hurt you and cost you winnable games. I get that. The pre-snaps, the holdings, the false starts. I mean, I illegal blocking in the back. I get it. It's gonna cost you that. I mean, you just gotta do better. That's all.
Man,
and
you gotta do better. You gotta do better, but at the same time, this is 3 weeks. This is 3 weeks of this, right? They had 16 total penalties against the Cardinals. They cut it down. They think they had like 8 penalties last week. You had like 14, 15 penalties. 11 of them was accepted. Like, bro, that's an undisciplined football team, man. And those are the type, like, to me, those are the type of things that make me wonder, do you have the right guy in the building as your head coach? Not so much about the talent. Like, we know that the Saints don't have like enough horses in a barn. I'm okay with that. But when you're an undisciplined football team and you can't even execute correctly with what you actually have, bro, it's like, man, we got to start questioning what the hell are they doing in the building? Like, it's almost like, Kellen Moore just told these guys, okay, man, and it's like last Sunday. Okay, guys, tough loss against the 49ers. I'll see y'all next week versus Seattle. Meet me at the airport at 9:00. It's like they didn't practice prep or nothing. They look bad, man.
Yeah, I
those are the things that bother me.
Yeah, I do. TJ, I was in your shoes too, bro. Like I said, these are the type of things that will cost you games to win. But I'm gonna tell you like this, TJ. I know you got other callers coming in, but I gotta say this. I would rather start bad than to start good and work my way up, because that's the only way. Week after week after week, the Saints are going to get better. I know, we already know what's going to happen next week in Buffalo. We're going to get our asses kicked. I already know about that. Up there in Buffalo, we already know what to expect. So, hey, if you took that beating today, you can rest assured it's going to be a repeat next week up there in New York. I can tell.
Man, bruh, I already look.
And tell everybody.
I think next week, look, I think next week is going to tell us a whole lot about this football team. And look, I'm not talking about like, oh, go out there and win. I'm talking about go out there, show people what you got.
Yeah.
Right. And it got to be a better showing. Like, it can't be like, okay, Buffalo beating them boys 55-10. Like, it can't be that. Like, it cannot be that. If that happens, that's 2 consecutive weeks that we have seen Saints' new head coach just absolutely have his team unprepared. If they out here with the holding penalties, pass interference calls, false start penalties, and all that kind of stuff there, like, I think you have to start looking at Kellen Moore, like, in his coaching style.
Exactly, TJ. Look, I had to do like Big Q. I had to come in here and do a self-awareness check to make sure everybody's all right.
Man, look, I don't think people are okay, man. I'm serious. Like, people are upset. Like, people are hot. Like, people are hot right now, man. Like, they didn't. I'm pretty sure like some Saint fan was like, man, we probably ain't gonna win this game, but let's try to see what we can do on the road. Let's see if Spencer Rattler can go out here. Their offense can do something. But man, they just absolutely got just destroyed, man. Today. Yeah, I mean, that game was over before it even started.
I know. And you let them put up 21 points in the first. And dude, it was only the first quarter. Come on, man.
Man, It was
Sometimes
embarrassing.
you just laugh it off. You gotta laugh it off do the bad and the worst, bruh. Because
Yeah,
talking
gotta
about
laugh it off,
y'all
man. You gotta
the
laugh.
re-
You gotta laugh from
you have,
But
I mean, cause
that was embarrassing.
'cause it's better than try to throw a shoe at the television because they lost a game. It's
Yeah.
better than burning up your merchandise because we lost. Okay, I get that. I've been in your shoes. But I don't break no television. I don't
Nah.
burn no jersey or merchandise on that because we're doing bad. So you just
Yeah.
got like, hey, y'all wanted to rebuild? Here we are.
Yep. Yep. I mean, look, I'm okay with the rebuild. I'm just not okay with undisciplined football. Like, it's one thing if you're not good enough. It's another thing when you basically just shoot yourself in the foot week after week. But Jerry, you got anything else, man?
Well, no TJ, but I will leave on this. At least the Saints score more points than the Atlanta Falcons. now that's something you can definitely smile about.
Yeah, that is true. They didn't score anything. Zero.
Bro, the Falcons, they didn't know what's coming today. They did not know what was coming today.
Man, look, they kind of expected a loss. Like, I'm British, like, but Falcon fan, them boys, you can always see, you always can tell when Atlanta Falcon fans in true grandstanding form, like you'll see like videos of them going to the airport, them traveling to the game, to watch their team, talking so much noise. Man, they did not expect that today. They did not expect for the Carolina Panthers to goose egg them. Like, goose egg them boys. And I ain't trying to hear nothing. You can talk about Spencer Rattler all day and night. If we're talking now, let's just keep it a buck. Spencer Rattler is playing the quarterback position better than Michael Penix is this season so far. That's one thing that you can say. I don't care. Look, I don't care what the Falcons fans talking about. I don't care what they talking about. Like,
I don't care.
Pick six, shorty. That's what you hear. Pick six, shorty. That's what he hear. Man out there throwing more picks than Razor Ramon. Man, they almost had 2 pick sixes in one game. He out there checking it down, throwing them late screen passes. I mean, them cornerback jumping right in front of him, taking it to the house. But Jerry, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I got a few more calls I got to get to, man.
All right, TJ, you have a blessed night. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Much love to y'all. It's not the end, Who That Nation. And it just got to take it one game at a time. We're going to be all right.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that, Jerry. Appreciate the optimism, man.
No problem, TJ.
We need it. Lord, no.
Yes, sir. You have a blessed week. We'll talk soon.
All right, man. Yeah. Yeah, it needs some of that optimism, man, because I'm telling you, boy, it's about as dark as it is outside right now in the land of the Who That Nation. All right? We can go ahead and move on to 6 rings. 6 rings. How you doing, man?
I'm okay, man. I don't think Tom Brady can save you guys with Trevor and Eric and Caesar on your offensive line, to be honest.
Man, not at all. Not at all. Look, that offensive line is not good. It's funny
even if you get a quarterback, he's going to be running for his life. He's going to get sacked. He's going to get injured. I mean, but
yeah. I mean,
so it's going to be rough. You have to make. And the Falcons
look,
too, man. They look bad.
I look at this offensive line, my friend, and I just look at like Alvin Kamara. They handed the ball off to him today, and I'm like, as soon as like he got the ball, like the defenders was in the backfield. Like it was pretty bad, man.
Yeah. Trust me, man. I watched the Patriots game. Mm-hmm. They couldn't set the edge. They just ran through it.
Yeah.
5 fumbles. Stevenson had 3 fumbles. Drake May had a fumble. It was a nightmare. And they almost won.
Yeah. I mean, but on a bright spot, Hunter Henry looked pretty good in that game. We had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he looked pretty good. 2 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah. He looked pretty doggone good. So, look. But
improvements for the teams. We have to make it. The Falcons, too. They have to improve.
Yeah.
I think Tampa Bay's I think it's done. Tampa Bay won the division.
Oh, yeah, man. Look, I already said, man, it's probably going to be, they'll probably have this division wrapped up by Thanksgiving. Like, seriously, like, all these teams have issues. You had like Falcons playing the Panthers today, so that was a
Yeah, they
divisional
lost
game.
30-0. Would you believe that?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
I didn't think.
Honestly, I could not. I
I
could not
expected
believe
more
it.
from Michael. I thought he'd be expected more.
Yeah, I would expect
But
more
Rattler, he
too, man.
showed
But
up. He's trying. He had 200 yards, a few touchdowns. He's trying.
yeah,
But
I
when
mean,
you give somebody nothing, he's got nothing to work with. You have like running back threes starting and wide receiver threes. It's a nightmare for him.
who are you talking about, Penix?
No, you guys, the Saints.
Oh yeah, nah. Look,
It's not
man,
a good roster. I mean,
oh no, not at all. Like that's the issue. 6 Ring. It's not a good roster, and they know it's not a good roster. But that's what happens when you keep kicking a can down the road. And now the New Orleans Saints are trying to get themselves back to the black. So what they're doing is they're trading for guys on rookie deals, so they don't have to worry about going out here exhausting the cap anymore. And in a season that they know more than likely is not going to go in their favor. So it seems to me like they know the state of the team, but it was a lot of self-inflicted things going on, which makes a lot of Saints fans frustrated because they wondering like, man, why didn't they just come to grips with it when Drew Brees and Sean Payton, left the team? Then we probably wouldn't have been in this situation.
yeah, good quarterback, man. He had a perfect playoff run. That was a good quarterback.
Yep. I mean, you had opportunities like back in 2020. It's ironic that you're actually calling here 6 Rings. The Patriots. I don't know if you remember back in 2020. They moved down out of the first round, right? And you guys at the time, y'all needed a quarterback. So Jordan Love was like the top quarterback coming out. And you all moved down. So I was like, man, it's great. Like the Saints can end up drafting Jordan Love. But instead, they get Cesar Ruiz instead of Jordan Love. So as of right now, Cesar Ruiz, like according to PFF, is the worst right guard in football.
Really?
And Jordan Love is, even though the Packers lost today, like he's still one of the best young quarterbacks in the league. So it's just bad decisions like that, man.
So what are you doing besides the quarterback? I don't think Rattler's that bad. I think you're giving him crap. Sorry, to work with. You give him nothing.
Yeah, I agree.
He's got nothing. He's not playing bad.
Yeah.
So what would you do? Would you draft a quarterback, or what position would you draft this year? Would you get a tackle?
Man, I'm fixing this offensive line, and I need a wide receiver. I need a number one guy.
But no, you guys are number one as of today. You're number one overall.
Yeah.
So what's your move? A quarterback? Is it a tackle? What would you take?
If it was today, based on what it is,
Yep.
it depends on the quarterback. I probably would draft one.
But then then you need to get a guard.
Well,
it's rough, man. It's gonna be a rough few years how you did it.
Well, no, but this is a pretty decent draft for offensive linemen. So it's not like you couldn't find one in the second round or something. Or look, your salary cap situation is a little bit better. You can probably go out in free agency and be able to get another guard. Somebody that's a little bit more experienced, guy that has won some football games and is on the cusp of being really, really talented. What they need right now is some offensive linemen with a different type of mind frame.
Right. Okay, well, thanks for taking my call. And your quarterback, he's not as bad as you guys think he is. He just has absolutely nothing to work with. He has nothing.
I don't think he's bad.
He's got wide receiver threes and running back threes that are starters. On a usual team, those guys aren't really wide receiver ones. You know what I mean?
Man, I agree with you on that. You ain't gonna get no argument from me from that. Like that's the reason why they can't make plays. That's why there's a lot of dinking and dunking, man. But 6 Rings, I appreciate the call, man. Call back anytime, man. I appreciate that.
All right.
Yeah, take care. Yeah, shouts out to 6 Rings, man. It's always great to get a fan of another team always to call in. But you're right. I mean, Spencer Rattler isn't as bad as people think. But the reality is this, man. You need a quarterback that's going to be able to help you to win football games. Like to be able to take the team on his back, so to speak. And Rattler isn't Rattler can I'm trying to think. If Spencer Rattler was the quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings, I feel like he probably would be a solid quarterback because they don't need their quarterback to go out there and just light it up. Like he will probably win some football games. But he's the type of quarterback he needs the right situation. He needs the perfect circumstance. You need the offensive line blocking. You need 50-50 ball wide receiver. You need defense just attacking every single week. That is the type of team that he needs, man, because he's the type of quarterback at this point. He's a guy that can keep you in the game, but he's not going to win you the game. And I want people to understand this. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Everybody's not going to be Mahomes. Everybody's not going to be Josh Allen. Everybody's not going to be Lamar Jackson. You got quarterbacks that are just basically steady. And they'll just keep the team afloat and stay ahead of the chains and, make very few mistakes, but they're just not going to take over a game, put a team on back. That's just what it is. Cedric, we're going to go to Cedric. Cedric, how you doing?
What's up, TJ? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Cedric. How you doing tonight?
I'm pretty intoxicated. I'm sorry to come on your live like this. I took a shot every time the Saints messed up on the field, so I'm feeling it tonight.
Hey,
but I got a couple things that I want to say here.
All right, man. The floor is yours.
We have a McDonald's order as a wide receiver corpse. We have 3 number 3s that's trying to be number 1s, and it ain't gonna cut it. And you want to know who fault that is? Mickey Mouse Loomis. This man has been here for almost, I don't know if he's been here 20 years, but I know he almost been here that long since I was when I'm 23. I haven't been watching this team for that long. But this man has sat here and drafted guys like Cesar Ruiz. And Cesar Ruiz, a center, and put him at right guard or left guard, whatever he had, he put him at a guard. He drafted a center and put him in a position that the man is not used to when he could have just drafted the best right guard available at the time and he wouldn't have to deal with this. It's like Mickey Loomis do stuff that he knows is gonna piss us off. Mickey Loomis knows what he's doing. He know how to get under our skin, and he just sitting back there like, oh, they're gonna buy the tickets. They're gonna come to the game. They're gonna support this team. So I have nothing here to worry about because I have a team that's going to support me, and they're not going to look at me as a problem because I hired Dennis Allen, I hired Sean Payton, I had all these people when we were good. But you weren't the reason why we were good, and it's showing now. You were never the reason why the New Orleans Saints were good. And if you ask me, Sean Payton is up there enjoying himself in Denver, winning games. Sean Payton looks like the best coach in the NFL to me. Like he can win Coach of the Year this year or next year. Sean Payton looks good. This team is a cluster mess, and it's all on Mickey Loomis. Because when are we as an organization, as fans, going to realize that Mickey Loomis is the problem? It don't start with the offensive line. It don't start with the defense. It starts with Mickey Loomis. Mickey Loomis has messed this team up. He really has. I remember as a kid, I watched this team. We went out there and we fought. We ain't do nothing else. We fought. This team looks like they're tired. Cam Jordan, they pan the camera on Cam Jordan on the sideline. Cam Jordan look like he ready to retire. He look like he don't care no more. He rushing a passer like he's sitting in the Walmart parking lot. Then you look at DeMario Davis, he trying his best. As old as he is, he trying. And Pete Warner, God bless his soul. That's all I can say about Pete Warner. God just bless him. But the defense sucked. And I don't know who in their right mind thought that Alontae Taylor and Kool-Aid McKinstry and Isaac Yadam was starting cornerbacks in this league. TJ, can you answer that for me? Like, who in their right mind thought that?
Man, a team, look, I already said it, man. The Saints, they have no choice but to go out here and get these $3.99 secondary players, right? I mean, because that's just what it is, man. Isaac Yadam not starting nowhere but New Orleans.
Nowhere. He
Nowhere.
probably on special teams in Seattle.
Man, he lucky he get that. To be honest with you,
Exactly.
like,
And,
seriously.
and we let go JT Gray, and it showed today. And
Yep.
Mickey Loomis messed up. It showed today when he let go the special teams ace. JT Gray, we don't have Taysom Hill on the team. And Taysom Hill is one of the best special teams player on this team besides JT Gray. Because Taysom Hill calls the plays to the whole punting team and everybody. So he calls the plays. He's the quarterback of their line. And it shows that we don't have them. But it's pathetic because we have had first round picks in this draft, and we've wasted those picks on players that we thought. Trevor Penning. Do you think any other team thought Trevor Penning was going to be good? If so, they would have drafted him. Trevor Penning would have been up there in the 20s, but instead we wasted a pick on this man. And this is how our franchise is looking, and I'm sad and I'm mad because we waste our money, and it's like we keep watching this stuff and we keep supporting a team that don't care about how we feel. And enough is enough. When are you going to accept how we feel as fans? We're the one putting the money in your pockets. You're not putting money in our pockets. You have to understand that as an organization. And I feel like the Saints just laugh in our face week after week. When you see the Falcons, as much as we hate the Falcons and Terry Fontenot are going out there and making things better for their teams. Michael Penix Jr. didn't look that good. The Falcons didn't look that good, but they still have better players than we do. They still have the players that can say, hey, go on the next week. Who on your, like, ask yourself as a Saints fan, who do we have on this team that you can go out there on the defense and say, hey, I think he can stop Josh Allen? Because Carl Granderson couldn't stop Sam Darnold. And we couldn't adjust. We seen Brandon Staley made adjustments in halves, but Brandon Staley looked lost. It was almost like Clint Kubiak told the defensive coordinator of the the Seattle Seahawks everything we were going to do today. They knew every play that we had, and they stopped it. And enough is enough, TJ. I ain't gonna keep on rambling because, like I said, I've been drinking. I had a watch party, and I had to watch this stuff with Cowboys fans, Falcons fans, and I just took a shot of vodka every time the Saints messed up.
Man, y'all
so
all you watching it with you watching with Falcon and Cowboys.
I'm just going through it right now. and when they team did something there, they said, "Ooh, look, there go the Saints," and they team just did as bad as ours.
Yeah,
man, TJ, I ain't gonna hold you back, but I'm gonna just say enough is enough. And as an organization, they have to look at Mickey Loomis and say, what have you done for me lately? Because we don't have any playoff wins, we don't have any championships, we don't have the players on this team to make a successful team. This team is washed up, and the old players, all of them need to go. And we need to put everybody out there that's young right now, we need to put them on a team and let them make plays. Because look at Zach Bunn. We let Zach Bunn go, and Zach Bunn had a pick today.
Yep.
That could have impacted our team.
First team all pro Zach Bunn.
That's what I'm saying. But you had Dennis Allen playing this man.
Pro Trey Hendrickson. You know?
Exactly. Von Bell even looked good that time he was in Cincinnati. Marshawn Lattimore getting burnt like toast, but he still looked better than any cornerback we had on this team today.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. They got to make better decisions, TJ. And I love you, man. I watch all your videos, all of them.
That, man.
It's just I'm tired of it, and I'm with the frustration that you have. Enough is enough. And Saints fan, we really need to wake up and put a petition together, and all of us sign that petition and get Mickey Loomis up out of New Orleans. Just go, bye. Wherever you go, we don't care, but get up out of here.
Yeah, you ain't lying. I'm over this whole Mickey Loomis experience. But look, man, as long as he in that high position, man, I'm just concerned, man, that they just gonna let this thing continue. And I'm just saying, man, it's gonna have to take the same type of energy from Saints fans, Cedric, that it took to get Dennis Allen fired. Like, people just had enough.
Exactly.
People just like start selling their tickets. People just stopped showing up. People just stopped showing interest. And that's one of them.
Exactly.
Why? Like, the Saints, like, they think they slick, man. They think they slick. Like, they gonna give Saints fans gold jerseys, right? They want to give them white helmets. They're gonna open up practice, something that they didn't do last season. They did all these things to try to gaslight fans and try to get fans interested and all excited about the season when they know for a fact they weren't going to be able to hold up their end of the bargain. So
Exactly.
and we like as a fan base, like you gotta teach people how to treat you. Seriously. So in order for you to create like true change, you have to be the leaders of that change. And by that I mean not take this ish no more and demand a better product. And if they don't, then I guess you're gonna have a lot of games sounding like that San Francisco game did in week 2. Plain and simple.
And for
Go ahead.
example, TJ, we could say, look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They sucked for so long. While we was winning, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were sucking, and they were making their team better each and every year.
Yep.
They cut Jameis Winston, and we signed the man. They cut him. We signed him. They win the Super Bowl. They retired Jameis. They retired Tom Brady. They say, hey, we going to believe in you, Baker Mayfield, when nobody else believe in you. We going to sign you, and when nobody else want to sign you. What Baker Mayfield go out there and do? Look like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers general manager was the smartest man in the NFL. Because you want to know why? Baker Mayfield is making plays for his team.
Yep.
Spencer Rattler is making plays for this team, but what are you giving this man to play with? Chris Olave literally sat out there and smiled. He caught a first down when we were down 21 points. He smiled.
I still don't know what the hell he's smiling at.
He looked at the camera like he was Aaron Brooks after Aaron Brooks threw a pick six, and he smiled at us like I caught a first down, y'all. I got 8 targets. Y'all don't see that? Like, bro, if you don't get out of here with that switch. And Rashid Shaheed, I told Rashid, he need to be on special teams. We just need a special team surrounded by Rashid Shaheed.
Yep.
That man is not no wide receiver. And Brandon Cooks just gone retire. Why are we not playing valet? That's what I want to understand. You have these little bitty.
He was hurt today. That's the reason why he didn't play. He hurt himself.
Or Trey Palmer, though, because Trey Palmer wasn't hurt last week, and we didn't even play him.
Yeah, well, they had him I think he had a little hamstring injury too, man. So there's a couple guys that was injured, but I agree with what you're saying.
I'm sorry for Rand
TJ. Like, where the hell is Mason Tipton at? You know,
exactly. I'm sorry for Rand TJ, but this got me feeling better, and I'm glad I got it off my chest. And I'm gonna let some callers come up. But all I'm gonna say this here: if Mickey Loomis is on this team in the next 4 years, we're not going to go anywhere, and we could just forget about it. We're not going to win a Super Bowl, and I think the city of New Orleans is just downright tired of us, which is why they didn't sign that contract to extend us to this state. They're just tired. They're tired of it. They see it. And you know what I'm talking about, TJ. You already know what I'm talking about.
I hope that they end up reaching some type of agreement, bro. But yeah,
the New Orleans Saints might be in San Antonio next year.
I don't think I could take, bro. I don't, man. They got my head hurt. I don't think I could take 3-4 more years of Mickey Loomis, bro. I just
me neither, man. I love you, TJ. I appreciate you letting me come up here. I'm gonna be in the chat, man.
I appreciate it, Cedric. Take it easy, man. Who that? Man, shouts out to Cedric, man. Man, I can't take I can't take this. I can't. I can't, man. I cannot. All right, we're gonna go to Stepper. Stepper, what's happening, man? Stepper, are you there? Hold on. You have to unmute yourself, Stepper. I can hear you, man. You can hear me?
You can hear me now?
I can hear you, man. What's going on, man? What you got for us?
Man, what's up, TJ, man?
Man, not a damn thing.
Man. Man, look, man. This was the worst game I done watched as a Saints fan. From start to finish, look, man, from start to finish, man, it ain't even no bright spots where we can say, hey, man, next week we gonna be good.
Man, that's my whole point. I'm like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, going over the game, like, what exactly did they do well in this game? Like, what was it? Like, what did they do? I guess, like, if you were optimist, like, Seattle only had 6 points in the second half, so they beat the hell out of you in the first half, and you like held them to 6 points in the second half, 2 field goals, I guess. But it's probably because they were just trying to run the ball at that point, trying to milk the clock. So I don't know, man. I don't know about this football team, man. It was just an awful day, awful day, man.
Man, like I said earlier, man, we got dog walk. We got embarrassed, man. It's like when somebody take your lunch at school, man, you just sitting there looking around, everybody looking at you like, what you gonna do? Like what? Like what? Like bro, come on, man. This is bad. I watch a lot of football every Sunday. There's a lot of teams that lose, but it's the way that you lose. TJ, wasn't no fight and nobody, man.
Man,
That's sad.
I'm not. Let me make this very clear. I don't care who like it. You know what I'm saying? And look, shouts out to Alante Taylor. You know, I asked Alante Taylor to come on the show one time. His response to me was, "You that truck driver that's always talking ish." I am not a truck driver, Alante. I am not a truck driver at all. But I guarantee you, you look like a truck driver today. Because I mean, it was a straight shot every time somebody just blew past your ass. I mean, seriously. I'm not paying Alante Taylor. I wouldn't pay Chris Olave. Those are two guys right there. They need to rather shop or don't repay. And is this Kool-Aid McKinstry? I keep Kool-Aid, but it's pretty obvious that Kool-Aid is just not a number one. Like Kool-Aid can be a solid number two on the opposite side of your number one corner. That's just what it is. But I'm just like I said, I'm just gonna keep it 100. If things continue to be the way that they are, Stepper, it's plain and simple. They need to go ahead and start shopping, guys. Like, get yourself some draft capital. Like, go ahead and try to see what you can get for a Chris Olave. I hate to say it. I know this may not be popular opinion. See what you can get for Alvin Kamara. Like, I don't want to see Alvin Kamara. Man, Alvin Kamara is out there getting his ass whooped every single time. Like it's like he's running to a stone wall every single time, Stepper. Every single time, my guy. Like, as soon as he's getting hands the football, like, I'm talking about 2-3 defenders in his face. I'm like, man, this is the worst offensive. This is the worst offensive line in football. I've watched all 32 teams play football this season. Man, I have yet to see an offensive line as terrible as the New Orleans Saints. They got the worst offensive line in football. It ain't even close. Ain't even close, my guy.
Not at all, TJ, man. We can't block a cold if it was coming down the block, you feel me?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man, because at the same time, man, all these draft picks, all these people that we let go, they went to other teams, man, they getting their shine on, man. It's like we kept the wrong people and gave away we kept the wrong people, you know what I'm saying, and gave away the right people, man.
Man. Look, they need to go ahead. Look, they had this little fire sale. We pretty much already know. I mean, you looking at about top 2, top 3 pick in the league, you know what I'm saying, in the NFL draft when it's all said and done anyway. So, man, look, just go ahead and try to see what you can actually get some draft capital where you can actually build a team that's respectable. Because right now, people are losing respect for this football team. And most importantly, Stepper, they losing interest in this football team. And that's dangerous, man, especially when you're a team. You're not like the Cowboys. You're not like the Giants where you can weather the storm. Like, you need people inside of the stadium in order to buy tickets and, you know, and buy concession and stuff like that to keep your team afloat. So they can keep on doing this if they want to. They can take the New Orleans Saints fan for granted if they want to, but people are going to check out. They're going to be like, man, I'm going to watch them, but I'll watch them at home. Right? Nobody want to come there and be watching this team fumble all over themselves and embarrass the city like this. Like, nobody want to see this, bro. You got anything else, man?
Yeah, this the worst we look since the paper bag days, man.
Oh man, it's bad.
It's bad, man. It's bad.
I had early 90s vibes, bro. Like,
man, for real. I hate to say it, Wo. Man. That's how I was sitting on the couch. I said, man, damn, bro, this feel like the paper bag days, man. That's
man,
what
it's bad, man. Like back in the day, like when you know the Saints was gonna play a team that they weren't going. Like, you want us to record the Saints game? Because I used to go to church and used to miss like the first half. You want to record the first half of the game? Nah, man, they ain't gonna win no way.
Nah.
Like, don't even waste the tape. Like, that's what it on, man. Don't even waste your time. Don't even waste the tape. That's the way the Saints look today. And look, I know they probably don't care because they swimming in money. But but at the end of the day, I just wish that they did care. I just wish that they really truly cared about how Saints fans feel. I just think that a lot of it is just lip service. I don't think they really truly care, man. Once upon a time, I felt like this team really wanted to go hard for the city.
Yeah.
And right now, I just feel like guys are just, you got a bunch of guys in the building that don't know what winning look like, been losers since they got drafted or signed by the Saints, and now it's become a part of their psyche. They're like, okay, let me go out here, play these 17 games and get my little check and Cancun on 3. And that's the mind frame that I'm seeing. So man, if we're gonna see this type of product, man, why would you spend this type of your hard-earned money that you out here trying to pay your bills, you trying to put gas in your car, you trying to pay that car note, you trying to make sure your kids have things that they need for school? Why am I gonna be sitting up here subjecting myself and spending my hard-earned money on a product that is as piss poor as the Saints are in 2025? That's all I'm saying. Stepper, you got anything else, man?
And the last thing, I'm gonna leave it like this, man. We just need to burn. Well, everybody say burn it down, rebuild. My point is, at the end of the day, what are we rebuilding? And we need every position again. What are we rebuilding? And we saying, okay, we finna tank and we finna go do this and do that. Man, who we gonna go get? We need a wide receiver. We need an offensive lineman. We need a linebacker. We need safety. We need corners. We need everybody, man.
I think we pretty much got the answer with the whole Tyrann Mathieu, who abruptly just retired. I think he looked around the team. He was like, nah, I'm good. Because even today, like, there was a tweet out, like they had a tweet that said in the middle of the game, Tyrann Mathieu's tweet, y'all can't blame this one on me. That just made me think, man, dude probably looked at this team like, man, nah, bro, this ain't like, I ain't about to be sitting up here taking my body through the ringer. So, man, but I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the call, man.
Already. Thank you, TJ. Appreciate it.
All right, take it easy, man. Yeah, Tyrann Mathieu was like, hell nah, man. that man, he seen that wide open. He seen that wide open throw get overthrown. He do a quarterback running to the right, wide open receiver went over his head. Said, nah, I'm good. I'm good, man. Let me go over here and talk about sports. Let me go ahead and talk about football. Netflix gonna pay me how much money? I don't blame you, Tyrann. I wouldn't want to be out here either. I wouldn't want to be out there either, man. All right, man. We're gonna take one more phone call. We're gonna go to Tyra. Tyra, how you doing?
Hey, TJ, how you tonight?
I'm doing all right. What you got for us, Tyra?
Oh my gosh. Woo! You know, I've been a Saints fan for 25 years. I've been watching the Saints since 2000. That's the first football game I ever watched was a playoff game between the Saints and the Rams in the Superdome. And Aaron Brooks was the quarterback. That's the first game I ever watched, and I was sold on this team. I've been a fan ever since. For the first time in my years of watching the Saints, I've never been so embarrassed to watch a performance that I watched today. It was just atrocious because I went to church this morning. I was rushing to get to the house because pastor was a little long-winded today. It was about 12:45. It was about 1 o'clock. I had to hurry up and make dinner. I was like, I got to get to this game. I get to the game, put my little shirt on and everything. I'm like, yeah, let's go New Orleans. I go around to the corner of the kitchen and come back for 2 minutes, and it's 21-0. I'm like, really? And the thing is, it's like, I just got to say something that I think is not very popular with a lot of Saints fans, because there are a lot of Saints fans that don't like Loomis, but there's also a lot of fans that still like this guy. I just want to point something out to y'all real quick. Mickey Loomis has had 7-8 years to prepare for this moment. In 2018, we knew that Drew Brees should have retired after the 2018 season, but he opted to stay 2 more years. TJ, you said it. In 2020, Jordan Love was right there for the taking with that pick. And they drafted Cesar Ruiz. And what is Cesar Ruiz doing right now? Nothing.
Stealing money.
Exactly. So, Loomis, anybody that want to sit here and wonder why the Saints are this bad, let's look at Mickey Loomis. everything that he's done over the past 10 years for this team after Drew Brees has left. Think about this for a second. We have not had a viable quarterback since Drew Brees left. Have not had a viable quarterback. But y'all sitting up here talking about we need to draft Arch Manning. Why are we drafting him? Have y'all seen this team? Who he gonna throw the ball to? How he gonna have time to throw the ball? The offensive line ain't blocking. Spencer Rattler back there running for his life. You put Tyler Shuck in, what difference is he gonna make? This is what I understand about some of y'all Saints fans. Y'all kill me with some of the analogies y'all come up with. Y'all just expect to throw somebody out to the wool and the fire and expect them to deliver the team to victory when in reality the whole team is bad. Minus Alvin Kamara. I feel bad for him. Because this dude is out here wasting the best years of his career. And we wasting away this dude's career. Because he can't do nothing because the offensive line is so doggone super trash.
Man,
I had to turn my TV off today for the first time in years because I couldn't watch the Saints game. It made my eyes burn. I'm like, really? Really? Mickey Loomis is the reason why this team is horrendously bad. And it's going to stay this way as long as this guy is the general manager of the Saints. Like it or not, he is the problem. Period, point blank. He walked in with Sean Payton and Drew Brees and think that we owe him something. Bro, we don't owe you nothing. You think we owe you something? We don't owe you nothing for nothing you've done in the past, 6, 7 years? I mean, what has he done? Nothing. And y'all thought Derek Carr was going to be the answer? What has Derek Carr done over his career? But steal money from everybody else. He came here and stole $100 million from the Saints and did absolutely nothing. Did we make the playoffs with Derek Carr? No. Did we? I mean, really? Come on. We went 9-8, but we missed the playoffs because we lost to Green Bay. So we could have went 10-7 and made the playoffs. But that game he got hurt in, when we was up 16-0, and Green Bay came back and won that game. So let's not act like we've had good quarterbacks in the past 6 years, people, because we've not had a viable quarterback since Drew Brees left the facility. So
and the reason why they don't is
that's
because
on
of
Mickey
him.
Loomis.
That's the reason. Like you said, it's the reason why they don't have. That's the reason why they didn't have a quarterback. You know, and you could go back as far, Tyra, as 2016. I can remember Drew Brees doing an interview. He was like, in 2016, he contemplated retirement. Like, so I mean, if Drew Brees gonna say that, you know, he had a conversation with somebody. That's what I'm saying. Like, you could have prepared for this moment. In 2017, you had a chance like to get Patrick Mahomes. I understand that he jumped up in front of you one spot. I get all that, right? But at the end of the day, you had 2018 to get Lamar Jackson. You had 2019, you know what I'm saying, to draft another quarterback. You had 2020 to get Jordan Love or Jalen Hurts. You know, like what are we doing here? Like they just refuse. I don't know why they just try to cater to these dudes, man. Like every team that finds success, they understand that the wheels keep turning. Like you think about, like we may not like them, but look at Tampa. Tampa got Mike Evans. Mike Evans still gets 1,000 yards a season, but they still drafted Emeka Ibuka. They still drafted McMillan last year. Why? Because they understand the dude's not going to play forever. The Saints
get up in age.
They give lifetime achievement awards because these dudes are nice guys and they good humanitarians. And they just keep these guys around. Like, man.
Meanwhile, you let Zach Bond go. You let Zach Bond go. You let Trey Hendrickson walk. You let Marcus Williams walk. You traded CJ Garner-Johnson, who in my opinion was one of the best defensive players we had at the time. The dude was out here batting balls, getting interceptions, getting out. I mean, he was basically balling for the defense. You trade this dude to the freaking Philadelphia Eagles for 2 late-round picks. For who you drafted with them 2 picks, I don't even remember. Then really? I mean, granted, CJ Garner-Johnson is not the player he was then, but at that time, we all got to admit CJ Garner-Johnson was a dog on our defense. He's the dog.
And he ain't been the same since he left.
Ain't been the same since he left. Ain't been the same since he left. That's the kind of stuff that I am talking about that Mickey Loomis has done to set this franchise back years. But y'all want to sit up here and want to talk about Rattler is the problem. Rattler out here trying to throw these darts. Jawan Johnson can't catch. Chris Olave can't catch. Cedric Wilson, all these receivers we got. Nobody can hardly catch the ball. But y'all want to blame Rattler, though. He can only do so much. The team, he has nothing around him. What do you expect him to do? What do you expect Tyler Shuck to do if he do come in and play? He got to play with the same guys, the same offensive line, the same defense. It's the exact same team. So what are y'all expecting different to see? I want somebody to answer that question for me. Because I see this argument all the time. Well, we need to put Shuck in. We need to put Shuck in. Okay, what Shuck is going to do different? Please answer that for me. I just want to know. I don't think nobody knows.
Because he's new and fresh. They ain't seen him play yet.
Exactly. And last time I checked, didn't he get in the game with 2 minutes and 55 seconds left? He went 0 for 3. He threw 3 balls. All of them was incomplete. So, yeah. Let's not act like Tyler Shuck is going to come in and be the deliverer, because he's not. He's not. Yep. And I also want to say this, and I hate to say this because this is my team. I said in the offseason that the Saints was going 3-14 in 2025. But I also thought we was going to have Dennis Allen as the head coach. But I'm still standing on business on that. I'm not diverting from that, because what I saw today, I don't think this team can win any football games. From what I saw today, you going out there getting mollywop 44-13? Who you going to beat? Who you going to beat on your schedule? Who is you going to beat? Nobody's going to give you nothing. You got to go out there and earn every single thing you do. So just because we play the Patriots and the Giants don't mean we're going to beat them. Just because we play the Jets don't mean we're going to beat them. They almost beat Tampa today. Yep. So let's not get it twisted. Yep. Nothing is going to be handed to us. We got to go out there and play in these games. So just because a team looks bad in a different game don't mean they're going to look bad against us.
Yep.
We couldn't even beat Mac Jones last week. This dude is a backup quarterback, and he out there looking like Joe Montana.
Yep.
Come on, man. No.
Man. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to take a look. I'm going to take a look at Mac Jones' stat line today. Let me see. So they beat the Cardinals 16-15.
Mm-hmm.
Mac Jones was 27-41, 284 yards. That wasn't a good game, right?
Right.
I mean, let's take a look at this. He had a QBR 65, quarterback rating of 83. But he looked like a completely different version of himself last week versus the Saints. And that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. That's how people think. Oh man, that team got beat by this team, so man, we have a chance. Nah, bro. Like. Man, I do not understand. I don't understand like some of these Saints fans' logic. I 100% agree with you. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. It doesn't matter who you draft. If your offensive line can't protect your quarterback, it really doesn't matter.
And the thing about it is,
wide receivers can't catch a 50-50 ball.
Exactly.
Like
you can't do? Nothing. It's like, oh, we need to draft Arch Manning. Okay, y'all do realize that it's a very unpopular opinion that he's going to come out in this draft, because it's a high probability that he's going to go back and play his senior year at Texas and come out in 2027. You know what I'm saying? So if he doesn't come out in the 2026 draft and you supposedly trying to quote unquote tank for Arch Manning, what are you going to do when you sitting there at a potentially 2-15 or 3-14 and you got a top 5 pick and you can't even draft Arch Manning because oops, he ain't in the draft? What you gonna do? Then you're gonna look stupid because you should have tried to win more football games, or you should have built this team in a better fashion to where you can actually win football teams. And I like Spencer Rattler. He went to South Carolina. I live in Columbia.
Yeah, I live in Myrtle Beach. Watched quite a bit.
Oh, you're right down the street.
Yeah, right down the street.
Right down the street. Like I'm not a Gamecock fan. No, I'm not a Gamecock fan, but I like Spencer Rattler. And I think if you give, like you said, if you put him on a different team, I think Spencer Rattler can be a successful quarterback. But you put this man in, and look, people want to be mad at Kellen Moore. Look, Kellen Moore, this is his first stint as a head coach. Give the man some slack, okay? This is his first run out of the gate as a head coach. It's a lot on him, and I understand. This is the team that he was given. This is not his team. This is the team he was handed. Now, he did draft Tyler Shuck with the second round, but Spencer Rattler was already here, and I think it was fair that he gave Spencer Rattler the job because Spencer Rattler was already here, and I felt like technically Spencer Rattler did slightly better than Shuck in the preseason. Maybe, they might kind of neck and neck, but, that's neither here nor there. But Kellen Moore, this is his first year as head coach, and I'm trying to give the man the benefit of the doubt, but I do agree with another caller that said this dude gives me Dennis Allen vibes, or we need to clean it up, or we need to play better. We need to do this. We need to do that. Well, we know this Kellen Moore, but why every week are we seeing the same thing week to week out here with all these stupid penalties, holding penalties, false start penalties? Brian Bruzy got a stupid, what is it called? Unsportsmanlike. Yes, thank you. After we had just stopped Seattle on a third down, somebody batted the ball down, and all of a sudden this dude gets called for unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm like, really, Brian Bruzy? That is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. These penalties been running for a couple of years now. This penalty situation ain't just started this year. This been going on for quite some time. So not only is this team not disciplined, but these coaches is not holding these players accountable for going out here committing these penalties. You're not telling these guys that they need to play better and do better. You're just saying, you're just going to shrug your shoulders and just say, okay, you know what it is, what it is. Not once have I seen Kellen Moore get in somebody's face about a penalty. Not once have I seen him pull a guy to the sideline and say, hey, bro, you need to tighten up. Not once have I seen him do that. Dennis Allen didn't do it either. You just keep putting the same stuff out here week after week after week. But somehow you think it's going to change. It's not going to change. And I do agree. If you got more visiting fans coming into your house than your own fan base, that's a problem. Did you see how many 49er fans was at that game last week? I thought I was in Santa Clara. I'm like, is we in New Orleans or we in Santa Clara?
Man, for real.
I mean, it was a ton of 49er fans up in there. And my husband's a 49er fan. He got me last week, man. He got me. He got me, boy. He got me. I was talking mad junk, boy. Mad junk, because I thought we would win that game. But you know what it is, what it is. I had to bow down. I was like, you know what? You got me. It's all good. But that's beside the point. But what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, this is on Mickey Loomis. Whether we want to hear it or not, this is Mickey Loomis's reason. This is Mickey Loomis's problem. And until this guy is no longer the GM of the Saints, we will stay being irrelevant.
Yep, I agree.
Point blank. We're not going to make the playoffs. We're not going to win a division. We're going to turn into the Buffalo Bills used to be. Then they had like a 13-year win streak of like not going to the playoffs or something. They had like the longest streak of not making the playoffs. We about to be just like that Buffalo Bills team. Not making the playoffs for multiple years at a time. That's what's been to happen. Y'all might want to put on your Parker boots and get ready because it's finna happen. Because unless Mickey Loomis is gone, y'all might as well get ready because it's not about to happen. And I love the Saints, and I hate to say that about my team. I hate to say bad stuff about them, but I got to keep it real. I'm not about to sugarcoat it. I'm not about to pretend. I'm not about to lie to myself or anybody else. So if y'all want to talk Saints with me, y'all got to keep it real. Get your feelings out because I'm gonna tell it like it is. I'm gonna tell it like it is. I'm gonna tell you like it is. You come for me about the Saints because that's been my team. I may not be a 40, 50 year plus fan like a lot of people because I wasn't born in the 60s and the 70s. I was born in the 80s. 1984. That's the year I was born. So anything before 1999, I don't know nothing about because I wasn't watching football. Wasn't watching football, but anything past 2000, I know about because that's when I started watching the Saints. So there's that. Woo.
Yeah, I just hope. Look, I just hope that the front office come to grips at the state of this team and try to make some adjustments. Because I'm telling you, man, people are gonna tune out, man. Like
it's getting to that point. It's getting to that point to where I'm just like, I don't even know if I want to turn my TV on to even watch the game. Because why am I going to waste my time 3 hours watching the game when I could be somewhere doing something else?
Yep.
I could be doing something else with my time, but I love this team and I want to watch them. But I'm just like, I can't keep doing this to myself. I can't keep torturing myself like this.
Yeah.
Like, something's got to change.
Yep.
Something's got to change. We looking at players about they need to change their aspect of where they play. Can we start looking at management? Because they're the ones that's drafting these guys. They're the ones that's paying the money to these guys. They're the one that's putting them on the football field. So why are we not holding them accountable instead of the players accountable?
Yep.
Period.
Because
that's what we need to start doing.
Because you got individuals that can gaslight. You know, I'm just being honest, man. Like a lot of people, they more concerned about their position and them getting access to certain things than actually being real about the team. And I know that's one of the main reasons why I don't get opportunities, in which I don't give a damn. Like seriously, if that means I gotta lie about the state of this team in order to do that, I'll never do it. Y'all never see me down there, and I'm good with that.
Right.
But if we want to sit up here and have a fair assessment of what the team is and who they are, like, and that'll give me the opportunity, then fine. But I ain't about to lie to nobody.
Exactly. Ain't about to lie to nobody. I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. And like I said, I love this team. I love this team. I love this team. I'm a New Orleans fan through and through, all the way to the end. But this right here, I am officially embarrassed to be a Saints fan on today.
Yeah.
On today, I was embarrassed to be a fan. And I thought last year was bad. But everybody want to talk about Spencer Rattler as a quarterback. Did y'all forget that he got thrown in to the fire in the middle of the season when Derek Carr went down? Like, this dude literally got thrown in the Buccaneers game last year. He literally got thrown into the game. He had no practice, no nothing with nobody. He was just told, look, Derek Carr's hurt. Spencer Rattler, you got to start this game.
Yeah.
You got to start this game.
Man, Spencer, like, Tyra, I'll go a little deeper. Spencer Rattler was put into this lineup to keep Saints fans coming to the game. That's just the truth. That is the truth. There's not a person in that building that can tell me otherwise, because him even starting doesn't even make any sense.
Right.
In game situations, who was the backup quarterback? Jake Haener. Who stunk up the joint against the Broncos on Thursday Night Football, by the way. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so if Jake Haener was the backup quarterback, you're telling us that he won the competition for him to be the backup to Derek Carr.
No.
So why in God's name would you have Spencer Rattler as the third string quarterback if he's better than Jake Haener? That's all I'm saying. So they knew what social media was saying. They know people was excited to see what Rattler can do. Yep. And they knew that people were tired of watching this team lose game after game, and they weren't fans of Derek Carr. So what did they do? They brought in Spencer Rattler so people can come to the game and anticipate what he can actually look like on the field. They used that dude last season. Yep. And some of y'all don't even realize that. He 0-6. He was 0-6 last year. Who gonna win in that type of situation?
Exactly. Nobody. I was arguing with a Saints fan earlier, telling me, well, we should have drafted Shedeur Sanders. I'm like, oh gosh, here we go. The same concept that I just got finished saying. Even if you would have drafted Shedeur Sanders at that pick, what difference would he have made? That is what I'm trying to get people to understand. It does not matter what quarterback you bring into this building. This offensive line is bad. It's horrid.
And honestly, it would have been worse because Shedeur Sanders definitely needs a pocket.
Exactly. Like I thought Cincinnati had a bad offensive line. Woo! I think New Orleans officially topped Cincinnati with their offensive line. Cause today, I can't. So this is what I'm talking about. It's more than just about the quarterback. If you do not have a good football team around your quarterback, you're never going to do anything. It doesn't matter. Yeah. It does not matter what you have in place. Your quarterback got to have people that going to be able to catch the ball. He got to have time in the pocket. Your defense got to be at least decent enough to get off the field on third down, which, by the way, we ain't getting off the field on third down. So y'all wonder why the defense be tired in the second half? They spending 25, 30 minutes on the football field because they can't make plays on third down. But that's a conversation for another time. But yeah. So TJ,
Yeah, something got to change. Like something definitely got to change.
And I don't think it ever will, to be honest. And I think somebody else said they couldn't take another 3-4 years with Mickey Loomis. I can't take another year with him. Bump 3 or 4. I want him gone like now, like today. Like, can I go to New Orleans and fire him myself? Because like, if I could, I would go to New Orleans and knock on his office door and say, Mickey Loomis, you fired. And I like Gail, but I'm sorry, y'all. But Gail ain't got no gumption enough to fire Mickey Loomis. She's never gonna fire him. So unfortunately,
you want to know why? Look, check this out right here. Look at that.
Right.
That's the reason why.
That's it right there. That's it right there. Mic drop.
Good job, Mickey. Give me a kiss.
No, that's not. I like Gail, and I thought that she had some gumption when she stepped up and did what Mickey Loomis should have done by firing Dennis Allen. I thought she had some gumption. I'm like, okay, Gail, you got some gumption. Okay, you got a little courage and you good deal. But now, unfortunately, we're going to be stuck with Mickey Loomis until he decides to retire. He no longer wants to be the general manager in the NFL. Because nobody else is going to take this guy as a general manager. No other team is going to take Mickey Loomis. Trust and believe. Nobody else is going to take him. And he knows that. He knows that. Man. So unfortunately, we're going to be stuck with him. We're going to be stuck with him. And it sucks.
And Tyra, look, I already been saying who I feel like they're going to end up replacing him with, that Thomas Dimitrov. You
oh gosh, yes.
He's a consultant now. I'm telling y'all.
Oh my God.
When the bottom drop and Mickey make that statement, I'm about to step down. Watch you be the new GM.
Oh my gosh.
Right. And you're gonna have the same thing over and over again. Like I said, mom and pop shop. I'm telling you, like I would be shocked. If that's not the case.
And I believe that's exactly what's gonna happen. Like you say, keeping it in the family, and that is the problem. Too much thinking about family and not thinking about and I think a lot of these players is checked out. I just think they've all checked out. I think they tired, and I think they're quitting on the team. I ain't never seen such poor tackling in my life than what I saw today. Guys out there, they don't want to tackle, like they ain't trying to tackle, like they just like. Did y'all see that run back dude had for Seattle? Like he just ran right up the middle, boom, all the way to the other end of the end zone for the touchdown on the kickoff. I'm like, so nobody's going to make a tackle? It's that guys were just standing there watching this dude run down the field for the touchdown. I'm like, we're not going to make a tackle?
Man, and also lack of accountability. I'm literally watching Sunday Night Football is right in front of me right now. I'm watching Andy Reid like chew out his all-pro tight end Travis Kelce, like chewing him out. Like if you could chew out a guy like Travis Kelce, like what? Come on, man. Exactly. Like you gotta get Brian Brzee face. Let him know that it's healthy. You gotta let them know, man. Like, but
you gotta let these guys know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no accountability, and that is part of the problem. Because if you're sitting out here not holding these guys accountable, they're going to keep committing these stupid penalties, these stupid, ridiculous penalties. Why are we getting called? I don't know who number 75 is. Was that Richards? That dude's a bum. That dude's a bum. And he's a bum. Did y'all not see this dude? Like he was molding the guy. Like he got called for 2 holding penalties back to back. Like literally back to back. Like I'm like, I don't know who that dude is, but he's super trash. He need to get out the game. But I understand that Fuaga was hurt. So I guess that must be his backup. But he's a bum.
That's why he was in there. He's
a bum. He's a bum. Yeah, he's a bum. Goodbye. He's a bum. Like that's kind of stuff that I'm talking about. Like, where are we finding these guys? Who are these guys? Are we signing them off the street or something? Like, where are they coming from? I don't understand.
I don't either.
I'm sitting here watching the Eagles down 19 points, and you thought they was dead. They came all the way back and won that game. It's like they didn't give up. They're out here blocking field goals, getting interceptions. They had a field goal that they got ran back for a touchdown at the end. I'm sitting here like, where is the fight in New Orleans that I saw in Eagles today? Where's that fight? Where's that grit? Where's that grind? Where's that?
I have absolutely no idea. I've seen teams lose their offensive linemen in games, and the next person come in, and they still give them stability. Like I watched that Monday Night Football game. Houston played Tampa. Tampa lost their starting guard.
Yes.
And I want to say they lost like they right tackle in the game.
Yep, they did. And they still won the football game.
To get the ball down the field and make plays.
Thank you. Still won the game. They scored a touchdown, I think, with like 2 or 3 seconds left on the clock. Really? That's what I'm talking about right there. The grind and the grit right there. Yep. That's what I'm talking about. We don't have that because, one, we don't have the kind of players to possess that. And number two, I'm sorry, but yeah, our coaching staff is soft. We got a soft coaching staff, so it's going to make the players just as soft.
Yep.
It's just that simple. Sorry, folks. But nobody wanted this. Nobody wanted this job because they took a look at the roster. And I'm sorry, but I got to say it. They saw this roster was ass. And they said, you know what? I'm not coming over here to coach this. What am I going to do with this? I'm going to go somewhere else. Kellen Moore, I feel like is a yes man. I feel like he came in and said, okay, Mickey Loomis, we're going to do whatever you want me to do. I'm going to keep the same guys. We're going to run it back, blah, blah, blah. We're going to do exactly what you want. Even though you know you got a roster that stinks like skunk juice, but you're going to keep the same roster. Don't even try to make no kind of changes or nothing of no kind, knowing what we have. And there are we got some good players on both sides of the ball. Everybody's not trash, but the majority of this team that we have, nobody's really any good. So how far do you think we are going to go when you don't have good players? You're not going to go far. You're not going to win many football games in today's NFL. You may get away with it if you can catch a team on a bad day, or you play a team that's worse than you can win. But is that really winning anything? When you can't go out here, you get the brakes beat off you by Seattle. And I don't even think Seattle's that good of a football team. They ain't even that good. But they mollywop you. They mollywop you. The Buffalo Bills is different. They are a good football team, okay? They are a good football team. The Kansas City Chiefs is a good football team. Yeah, I know they 0-2, but they're a good football team. The Eagles are a good football team. The Rams are a good football team. The 49ers are a good football team. All these football teams are good. And what are you, by the way, we got to play the Rams this year. So, yeah. So all these football teams around you are good. But y'all think that we're going to beat any one of them football teams? We won't beat none of them with that team we put out on that field today. No. We ain't beating nobody. We staring down an 0-17 record. And I don't think we've been winless since the 80s, the 70s? No, the last time the Saints been winless? Okay, well, they ain't never been winless. Oh, they ain't never been winless? Okay, well, this might be the first time in history they might be winless. No, I hope it don't happen. I hope it don't happen. But I am telling you, if they keep putting up that piss poor performance they put out there today, that's exactly what's going to happen if they don't tighten up. I'm telling you, it's going to be a long season.
It's already long. Look,
telling you.
Seattle is a good football team. I mean, they 3-0 right now. They played against Pittsburgh the other week and was pretty dominant in that game. And also in week 1, they're a good football team. But 44 points like that.
Right. Exactly. I think they laid off, though, honestly. They laid off in the second half. They laid off because they knew we wasn't coming back. It was 35-3 at halftime.
I didn't realize they lost 7 of their last 8 home games. I didn't know that.
Yep.
I didn't know that. I was like, man, like, dang, you know what I'm saying? When you think about Seattle, you think about, the 12, man, you think about like them winning a bunch of football games. I was shocked to hear that, but all you need to do right now is play the Saints. You'll get your get right. You get your get back. You get your swag back. Mac Jones.
Exactly. Like,
oh man, I'm sitting on the bench, man. My career in peril. Oh, let me go play these Saints. Let me get 2 touchdowns. Oh, Sam Donald seeing ghosts, turn the ball over. Let me play the Saints. 2 touchdowns.
That's it. And honestly, the Bills ain't gonna have to do much to beat us next week. They ain't gonna have to drop 50 on us. All they did to do is score about 30 points, and they're good. That's it. Yep. Once they get to about 29, 30 points, 31 points, they can lay off because we don't have the type of offense that's going to be able to come back from that kind of deficit. Yep. So don't think, do I expect the Bills to put up a lot of points? Yeah, they will, but it's going to be just like today. They're going to get a 35-0 lead, and they're going to lay off in the second half.
Yep.
And we might score. We're going to score a garbage time touchdown. It's going to be like 35-10. Going to be the final score. Going to be like today, 44-13 type of game at the end of the game. It's going to be another ugly slugfest.
Yep.
That's what it's going to be. So I'm not expecting us to beat the Bills at all. I'm not expecting us to win that game. All I ask every game is for us to go out there and fight and at least give yourself an opportunity to be in position at the end of the game. You lose, you lose. It is what it is. But at least be in position. Today, that game was over before it even got to that game was already over before it even started. Yep. It was 21-0 in the first 4 minutes of the game. It was already over. They had no chance at all. But guess what? We always got LSU.
I mean, look, you got LSU. That's a good thing. Shoot, that's what you're gonna be looking at because
I'm telling you, at least half of my weekend will be good.
Yeah, somebody got to represent Louisiana in the right way.
I'm telling you.
Now, that ain't it. That ain't it. But
it ain't.
But Tyra, I got to go ahead and go.
All right.
It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Oh,
man,
yeah,
you definitely got a fan club in the comments. People talk about you need to start your own podcast. I definitely agree with that. Because you got a lot to say.
I'm trying to get big time like you. I don't know. No. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, you definitely need to, because we need real Saints talk out here to counteract some of this. I don't know what the hell we want to call it, but we just gotta keep it real, man. From a fan
got to keep it real. Always.
Yeah. So
all right, TJ, always good talking to you, man.
Yeah,
love
likewise.
your show, man. Keep it up. Keep it up.
I appreciate it, Tyra. Take it easy. Yeah. And shouts out to Tyra, man. Look, I mean, she right though. I mean, you can't expect much out of a football team, when they don't have pieces around a player to be able to succeed. Offensive line in shambles. Wide receivers on the smaller side. Can't do nothing but blew the top off the defense. All teams are playing is cover 2, keeping everything in front of them. You got a quarterback, all he can do is dink and dunk down the field. Like it's and you got a running back who you just, man, I feel so bad for Alvin Kamara. Right now, Alvin Kamara can be a top running back in the NFL still. Right now, he can be one of the best running backs and still be like in the top 5. This man not even in the conversation. And it has nothing to do with him as a player and everything to do with this offensive line not giving him opportunities. So I just don't understand it, man. I know I kind of neglected the comments most of the show because you had a lot of people. You had a lot of people that had, that chimed in on the phone lines. I'll go ahead and see a few comments here. Ross, thank you very much for the $4.99. Say, why don't they play Mason Tipton, TJ? I mean, that's a good question, but would Mason Tipton make a difference? Another take the top off the defense type guy. I mean, would he make a difference? Probably not. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him play at this point. Let's see. I'm going to Buffalo to see my nephew play for the Bills. Cedric Vine Prawn Granger, number 62. But they're going to kill the Saints. I told my nephew to get prepared to play a long time. Blake Groupie ain't it. Man, get the Keebler elf off the team. Don't leave, Tyra. Introvert, man. Look, I seen you in the chat a couple of times. Yeah, he was. Tyree also asked, "Did you have a sister that knows sport just like you?" I guess he was serious about it. He was shooting his shot as well. Let's see. Loomis want to make millions out of chump change without proper investing. He needs to win a brain. Man, punter was punting his ass off today. Yeah, punting so much he outkicked his coverage a couple times. That's the reason why Torrey Holton hit his head on the goalpost. Shout out to Tyra though. She's a real true. Yeah, that was a good call right there. Like all the calls tonight were good calls. But yeah, Tyra was on another level. I mean, look, that's the same fan that just fed up. Trevor Penning and Cesar Ruiz are both first round picks. Let that sink in. I mean, most of the guys on the line. I like Calvin Banks, but this was not his best showing today. He had back-to-back holding penalties. I mean, false start penalties, excuse me. I said SOTS podcast, the new love connection. You might learn about some football. You might get some really good advice. Hey, you might meet your next wife or husband on the show. Look, we try to accommodate everybody, all right? Shoot. That's what we're gonna have to be looking forward to. Maybe you can find somebody here because we damn sure ain't gonna find no wins in 2025 messing around with these Saints. So find some love, find some laughs, but we ain't gonna find no wins more than likely. These gonna be shows just like this. They trying to lose out. Shaquisha, maybe they are. Maybe they are. Like maybe they are trying to. Like maybe they are trying to do something that we don't know about. But I'll tell you what, man, that was embarrassing today. Let me go ahead and read these stats, man. Then I got to go ahead and switch over. I was supposed to be doing a watch along on the state of NFL. And if you're into NFL talk, you can stay on this channel. The link will come up in just a few after I end this show. And we can talk a little bit about, the game that's going on right now. I believe the Giants just scored a touchdown. So they're leading the Kansas City Chiefs 7-6. But let's take a look at the box scores for the New Orleans Saints. Spencer Rattler was 28 of 39 for 218 yards. Think about this, folks. This man threw the ball 39 times for 218 yards and a 5.6 yard average. He was sacked twice, has a QBR of 41.9 and a rating of 83.1. Tyler Shuck came in the game, threw 2 passes, didn't complete either one. Alvin Kamara fighting for his life, 18 carries for 42 yards, 2.3 yard average, had a long of 8. And most of the yards that he got was basically on his strength and his athleticism alone. Because that offensive line, I'm talking about as soon as Alvin got the ball, sit down, hike, they're in his face. Chris Olave with his old smiling ass, 10 catches for 57 yards, 5.7 yard average, no touchdowns, had a long of 9. He was targeted 14 times, but we smiling. Juwan Johnson, 6 catches for 51 yards, targeted 8 times. I guess that was a solid game by Juwan Johnson, all things considered. Rashid Shaheed, 4 catches for 42 yards, targeted 6 times. Brandon Cooks out there doing his famous cardio impression, 3 catches for 24 yards. He was targeted 5 times. But to credit to Brandon Cooks, he did get open 1 time, and Spencer Rattler sailed the ball over his head. Jack Stool, 2 catches, 21 yards, had the only touchdown in the game for the Saints. Alvin Kamara, 1 catch for 14 yards, long of 14. Kevin Austin, who was activated this week, he was in the game. Kendre Miller, 2 catches for 9 yards. Pete Warner had a fumble recovery. He also led the team in tackles with 13. Demario Davis with 11. Nathan Shepard with 5, 1 solo, 1 tackle for loss. Justin Reed, 4 tackles, 4 solo. You got Cam Jordan, 4 tackles, 2 solo. Chris Rump, 4 tackles, 2 solo. Brian Brzee with the boneheaded penalty, but he had 4 tackles in the game, had 1 quarterback hit. And you have a couple guys with 3 tackles, Ernest Sinker, Jordan Howden, Jonathan Bullard. You also have Isaac Yadam with 2, Alante Taylor with 2, Danny Strutzman with 2, Carl Granderson with 2, no sacks, didn't really do too much in the game. Terrell Burgess with 2, and then you have a couple guys with 1. Jack Stool, Village Jones, Quincy Riley had a forced fumble. You had Kool-Aid McKinstry with 1, Jonah Williams with none, and Isaiah Stallbird didn't record a statistic either. So those are your stats for the New Orleans Saints. For those that want to know how many times the Saints were penalized in the game, this is only the ones that were accepted, all right? Not counting the ones that would have counted, but, Seattle declined. They had 11 penalties for 77 yards. In the red zone, they were 1 of 3. On third down, they were 5 of 15. Let's see, passing first downs, 12. Rushing first downs, 4. And total plays, they had 70 to Seattle's 54. And Seattle only had 54 plays, and they scored 44 points. My goodness. What a terrible football team, man. What a terrible performance. And look, my final thoughts are simple. If you're going to continue to play like this, nobody will care about watching you. I understand it was a tough day at the office, but you continue to shoot yourself in the foot, continue to make these mistakes, and then you combine the fact that special teams look horrible. I don't see any signs of letting up. It was your first road game of the season, and you went out there and got beat to sleep. And then next week, you got to go across the country from the Pacific Northwest to Western New York to take on arguably the best team in football in the Buffalo Bills. The New Orleans Saints are going to have to figure something out. What type of team are they? Are they a team that's tanking for the number 1 pick in the draft? Are they trying to get better? If not, then why don't y'all go out here to try to get yourself some draft assets by getting rid of old Smiley, Guy Smiley himself, Chris Olave, and, maybe allow Alvin Kamara to finish out his career, maybe chasing something other than, I don't know, somebody chasing him. I don't know, man. Something has got to give in New Orleans, because this is torture, man. This is torture. This is torture watching this football team on Sundays. It's torture, man. Yeah, I mean, the Saints have lost 7 straight games dating back to last season. 7. And I get it. Kellen Moore is a rookie coach, but when your team is undisciplined, when you making those type of mistakes, and it don't seem like there's any signs of any improvement, and you only got like 1 possession receiver on your entire team if you don't count Juwan Johnson. Pathetic. TJ, I've been saying this since 81, and I honestly can't recall a Saints team being that outclassed from the jump. The Monday night Colts game back in 07 comes to mind, but this was bad. I think if we're talking now, let's put this in context now. Let's put it in context. Now, based on the Saints winning the credibility back over the last 15 years, this and last year versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I would say was embarrassing. But even when that Tampa Bay game, you scored 27 points. In this game, man, you ain't even get off the bus. And that's embarrassing, man. That's the only word I can just come up with. Embarrassing. But and that's enough. That's enough of this, man. We'll pick it up later on in the week. Let's just go ahead and decompress, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for checking out the State of the Saints podcast. Really do appreciate it. And like I said, if you want to continue some sports talk about some teams that actually did something, come on over to the State of NFL podcast, or you can stay on this channel. We will be doing a live watch along. I guess we'll be picking up in the second half of the game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Football Giants. Right now is all tied at 6. So we'll be talking about that game, doing play-by-play, and also talking about what happened around the National Football League. Follow me on X at TJAYJones8. The NFC South Roundtable every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on the NFC South Roundtable channel. State and NFL, where we talk about some of the hottest topics in all of the National Football League, and we do live streams for every primetime game this season. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Till next time, all I got to say is, who that?
Thank you for listening to my daddy's podcast. Please subscribe to our channel.
All I got to say is, who that?